Hello, my name is Kiriath, and today we are going to do our normal Monday Ramble, talking about the previews for Sunday the 15th. I looked over there because that's where the date is on my other monitor, forgetting that the date, in fact, is actually right there at the top of the page on the Warhammer community site. Oh dear me, what a good start. I could start over, but I'm not going to. Last week we were a bit low energy. I say we, mostly me. I'm still super tired. I'm still having issues mental health wise, but we're pushing through, carrying on. But still kind of low energy. We're going to pump it up this week. Going to inject a bit of forced positivity in there. That's probably not the best way to phrase that. Anyway, this is going to be a bit of a different Monday Ramble because there's not a vast amount to ramble about, to be totally honest with you. So this is going to be a dual-purpose video. We're going to take a look at the previews, as we do, but we're mostly going to talk about the upcoming Warhammer Online preview, which is Decadence and Decay, because otherwise we'd have approximately naff all to talk about today. So why not mix the two together? I was going to do two separate videos, but then that felt a bit cheap, a bit cheeky. If there'd been a load of content for this, then I would have done it, so the video wasn't like an hour long. But, I mean, let's stop beating about the bush. This is what we've got for the previews for the pre-orders coming up next weekend. So, Sunday preview, half-time on the gridiron. The new season of Blood Bowl is available to pre-order right now, and over the coming week we'll be taking a closer look at the latest edition of the Ultimate Game of Fantasy Football. So that's what we're going to see over the course of the week. More stuff for Blood Bowl, just taking a closer look. And then next week also see some classic Middle-earth models return for a limited time. And this is about it. So we've got, as they say, I really wasn't kidding about like the lack of stuff this week. It's rare that it happens. It's rare that there's just really not that much to talk about. But this time round, absolutely. Luckily, they've teased that preview stream, which is something we can really get our teeth into. Right. Return to Middle-earth. Every now and again we re-release some older Middle-earth kits to give you the chance to grab any that you might have previously missed, so now is the perfect time to fill the gaps in your Middle-earth collection. So these are from the Two Towers, including the Battle of Helm's Deep. So you've got, for fans of good armies, you've got Legolas manned with bow, Theoden from Warg Attack, Gamling from Warg Attack, Gimli on Dead Uruk High, Gimli on Dead Uruk, I always forget how to pronounce it, those lads, and Haldir's Elves with Bows, Haldir's Elves with Swords, and the Heroes of Helm's Deep. So you got this lot. So you set if you want these. They'll be available again. That is a quality miniature, by the way. I love the design of the Dwarven battle axes. They look awesome. And then, on the evil side, you've got the Uruk High Scouts, Warg Riders, and the Battering Ram. So you got these lads as well. And that's it. There you go. There you go. There's your preview. That is what we have in terms of pre-orders next weekend. Yeah, that's why this is a double-purpose video, where we're also going to... I mean, the models are fine, they look cool. I mean, the Lord of the Rings stuff generally looks pretty good. I like them, but they're old as hell, and they're just coming out again, so you can grab them if you missed them the first time. So that's pretty much it. What we do have to talk about, however, is this. So, next Saturday sees another Warhammer Preview Online. What? It bugs me. I don't know why it bugs me so much that it's Warhammer Preview Online and not Warhammer Online Preview. Although I suppose Warhammer Online was a game, and maybe they don't want to confuse people with that. But then why would you even think that game has been shut down for I don't know how long now? I have it. It's part of the monitor stand. Like, one of my monitors is on a copy of Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning, Collector's Edition, of course, and some World of Warcraft expansion or that, I forget which one. It just doesn't scan right, Warhammer Preview Online. Anyway, this one is delving deep into the dark places of Warhammer. We'll have a look at the forthcoming releases for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer 40,000, Necromunda, Warhammer Underworlds, and the Middle-earth strategy battle game. There's going to be some big reveals. They say that every single time. You're used to it at this point, so make sure you don't miss it. Join us live right here on the Warhammer community site and on our Twitch stream from 1:45 PM GMT. So as you can see, Decadence and Decay. Now, I'll be honest, I'm just going to throw this out here. It's unlikely to happen, but I'd like it if it did. If you could just announce an Emperor's Children Codex, that'd be lovely. We've got Death Guard, we've got Thousand Suns. Surely now is the time. Now is the time. I mean, even if it isn't the time, it should be the time. This is one of those rare occasions where I'm not even going to be the Xenos advocate, the fact that there's so many things that need updating. Half the Eldar range is still in resin, all of that. I don't care. I want my Emperor's Children. That's what I want. I can't lie. I can't pretend that's not the case. Decadence? Come on now. Surely that's got to be something to do with Slaanesh. Decay is just going to be Nurgle, probably, but that's one of those things whereby, I don't know, there's some interesting stuff happening in Age of Sigmar right now with the Broken Realm stuff, right? Decay is probably going to be something to do with Nurgle, but is Nurgle not already fairly well covered? I mean, I feel like there's a decent amount of Nurgle for both Age of Sigmar and for Warhammer 40k. I'm pretty sure the Death Guard Combat Patrol is on its way soon, or is it the Death Guard Codex coming soon? Either way, that is a range that has got, you know, a decent amount of support behind it. It's got a good number of models. It's not like it's lacking. It's not like you look at it and go, well, they have got their own stuff, but really, there's absolutely no choice. No, they've got a load of stuff, and they can take stuff from the normal Chaos Space Marine Codex. I feel like Nurgle's pretty well covered. Slaanesh has been slowly getting better, don't get me wrong. We have been getting more stuff in terms of Slaanesh. We've got I have him right here. Him, her, it, they, whatever. We have the new Keeper of Secrets, which I should probably finish painting. Absolutely gutted, by the way. I was shaking some Streak and Grime the other day, and the lid full-on split. It split. Streak and Grime everywhere. All over the monitors, all over the microphone, the keyboard, the desk. Most importantly, though, right on the cloak. Can you see that blob there? Look at it. Look at it. Look at that. I've got to try and get that off with some like spirits without wrecking the cloak, because that is the nicest cloak I've ever painted, and then I somehow splashed bloody Streak and Grime all over it. Not happy about it. Anyway, we've been getting some decent Slaanesh stuff, but I still maintain to this day, even though the evidence of this is getting further and further away and is not even evidence at all, that the Khorne Demonkin Codex was essentially a trial run. It was like an alpha for the Death Guard Codex and the Thousand Suns Codex. And that eventually we will have a codex for each of the legions that is specifically affiliated with one of the Chaos Gods. So at some point, an Emperor's Children Codex and a World Eaters Codex. I mean, to be honest, it kind of makes sense, and things like the disparate warbands and stuff was pretty well covered, especially in the Death Guard Codex, where you had all the different Vectoriums, or whatever they were called. Vectoriums. So even though the Codex is Death Guard, you still had a bunch of different warbands of Death Guard with different colour schemes that kind of came under this umbrella heading of that legion. You could totally do that still for Emperor's Children and for World Eaters. Yes, there may have been a significant amount of fracturing, but that's happened to a lot of the legions, and it's not specifically, you know, something that would prevent it from being done codex-wise for both of them. Decadence feels like this could be the time to do it. We've got a new edition, we've got a new everything, new codexes. Surely this would be the point. Decay is fairly simple. Decay is probably just going to be Nurgle of some kind, whether it's some sort of deeper look into what's coming up for the 40k stuff or the Age of Sigmar stuff. The Decadent stuff is the thing that interests me and makes me wonder what we're going to see. Now, it could be actually that Decadence doesn't necessarily specifically apply to Slaanesh in terms of like Emperor's Children or like Mortal Followers, although Mortal Followers would also be great. It could also be something a bit more left field. Because although Decadence and Excess you can lump together, you can also have things that are perhaps decadent without being like the whole intention being to please Slaanesh. Dana Howe, who is brilliant and amazing, and you should already know about her, tweeted a few things about the different Warhammer Room Engine things that have been going on recently. Things that look sort of elfy and a bit piratey, and there could be some sort of like opposing force to the Lumineth, is what she has postulated. I'll link the Twitter thread in the description. That could actually be a Decadence thing. Like elven pirates surely would be pretty dark elven pirates would be pretty decadent, I feel. There'd be a lot of decadence going on there. They'd want to look flash and fancy. They'd want to be intimidating. They'd want to have all the riches, all the goodly stuff. That could maybe be it. But my main gut hope and gut kind of just feeling is that I just want more Slaanesh stuff. I just feel like some mortal followers would be great. A codex would be lovely if we could have just a bit more. I mean, I know we don't have a World Eaters codex in 40k. I know we've got Death Guard and Thousand Suns, and we've got the standard one, and we don't have World Eaters yet, but that is, Khorne has had, I would suggest at this point, more than its fair share of attention one way or another. Yes, the Berserkers are ancient and lacking, and they need to be redone. Yes, they could do with giving that side of things perhaps a bit more love again in 40k now that Nurgle has had his time in the sun, and to an extent, so did Tzeentch. I mean, Khorne could do with a little bit of love, but Slaanesh feels like the one that has been, for the longest time, the most neglected. I know we've got the new Keeper of Secrets. I know that we've got new, we have, new stuff for Slaanesh, but it doesn't quite feel... It's never felt quite on the same level, and I don't know how much of that is down to personal bias, how much of that is down to kind of focusing too much on what other things have got as opposed to what Slaanesh specifically has got, but this just feels like it could be the time. But then again, it probably isn't. And I don't want to get myself too excited or kind of hyped up or this is what it's definitely going to be, when there's every chance that it's actually not that. We're just going to have to wait and see. Luckily, I mean, it's the 16th today, so we've only got to wait 5 days, and then we will find out. In fact, probably, if the last few previews of anything go by, I will find out about 3 hours before it goes live, because it always gets... People always send me, just the images of it. They're like, here you go, here's what they're going to show. And I'm like, that's cool, but I'll wait until they show it off officially now, because, I don't know. Talking about it, if you get information a week or 2 weeks in advance, that kind of feels like sharing stuff that's come up. Sharing it a week, an hour before the thing's about to start. I don't know, that just feels like a bit more of a dick move, but I don't really know why, to be honest. Anyway, not long to wait. We'll find out soon enough. Yeah. Stick your best theories in the comments down below. What do you reckon what do you reckon it's talking about? What do you reckon it's going to end up being? What do you hope that it is? Given it's called Decadence and Decay, what are you personally really hoping for? Let me know in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, Patreon, video, subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like, don't click it if you don't want to. And as always, there's an affiliate link in the description for Element Games, which you can use to support the channel if you would like. I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.